The production today is reading theater. So you will see them sometimes consult lines, all right? But what you're going to see in traditional reading theater, actors sit at a table and read. We've upped it just a little so they have costumes and they understand boxing and not to get in front of each other. We've explored lots of theatrical language and concepts. So just hang with us. It's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy it. It can be fast-paced, okay? And with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. Everybody's yes. They think they're comedians. Ladies and gentlemen, this just in. Santa Claus, Saint Nick, Old Father Christmas himself has been kidnapped. Malls around the world are in a panic over who's going to be Santa. So, bear with us, hang with us, help us solve this mystery. Because if we don't find out who has kidnapped Saint Nick, Old Father Christmas, then the only Christmas present under our Christmas tree next year is probably going to be a little Tootsie Roll from the house cat, Willie.
A little entertainment for everybody.
Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Please put a penny in the old man's hat. Come along, just a penny. Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Please put a penny in the old man's hat. Hey! Hey!
Hey, hey.
Oh, come on, just a penny. If you haven't got a penny, then half a pencil do. If you haven't got a half a pence, then God bless you. It's Christmas, you know, and he won't stop singing until you give him a penny.
I know a little Yankee Doodle.
I'm too hungry to dance anymore.
Oh, have it your way.
Who are you and what are you doing?
Mother Christmas.
Mother Christmas?
Jiminy Christmas.
We're just warming up the audience, Mom.
What, they don't have cakes to fight the chill?
Nicely put, Mother Christmas.
So sorry. Oh, Henry, you're from the Gift of Magi, aren't you?
There we are.
So who opened the book and let you out? Oh, never mind. I just don't remember you playing a guitar in the story.
Oh, no, no.
No goose, though.
Oh, I wouldn't mind a goose.
And what's your names again?
Louder.
Oh, what, you just can't tell me?
He just can't remember.
No one ever can.
The watch, the comb, the story's silly-nilly name.
There's not a single Magi in it.
But never silly-nilly us.
Miss James and Della, purveyors of sacrificial love, take your seats.
Come on, babe. Let's go.
And you, I don't remember a little girl in the story. Who are you?
One.
Juan. You know Henry?
Oh no, I'm Dickensian.
The Christmas Carol then? Why, that book's still closed. How did you get out?
I wanted out, living all the time under that smelly old ghost of Christmas presents robe with that snotty little boy Ignorance pulling my hand.
Take your seat, Juan. Didn't know.
Well, work for Oliver Twist.
Well, this is different. Differently doll.
Shouldn't something be happening?
I'm waiting for the chamberman to tap in the meeting with his staff.
Seems to be rather missing if you ask me.
Somebody to come
I can see that.
get somewhere. Oh, I can see that. Woolworth. Woolworth. That doddering old fool must have gotten into the rum punch again. I guess we'll need another one.
Is this one doddering enough?
He'll do. Well, oh, for Pete's sake, repeat after me. This emergency council
This emergency council
of the fictional characters of Christmas
of the fictional characters of Christmas
shall come to order.
shall come to order.
I'd like to order a nice braised steak.
Good one.
Mother Christmas presiding. Now tap your staff and cite the following oath. Marsy dotes and dozy dotes and little lambsy dobby, a kiddly dobby too, wouldn't you?
No, but she's not.
I just love the way they react when I do that. Henry,
It's James.
find me someone to open the bus.
Let me see. How about you, darling?
Give her the list.
Open the appropriate book and announce the character which he tells you, and close and open it again. And don't close the book, because it may disappear.
She needs a mantle.
Somebody moved the mantle. Here it is. I'm sorry. Looks good on you.
Oh, it's really you, dearie.
Take your seat, Henry.
Thank you.
Begin.
Charles Dickens, A Christmas Carol, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Look, tap your stick and repeat his name. Only 2 taps now. He's not as good as me, you know.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Service sucks around here. Bah, humbug.
Like that hasn't been said before.
If it were up to me, every man that taps a stick would be whittled with a jackknife and threw in the closet.
Next.
From A Christmas Carol, Tiny Tim.
What? What?
I thought you were supposed to be tiny.
Well, I ain't exactly Magic Freaking Johnson.
Oh, never mind.
I did expect you to be a bit younger.
Well, the book was made in 1843. What do you expect? It's been a few years.
And where's your crutch?
Artificial hips.
I paid for them.
Made out of Pinocchio's nose.
I tackled Pinocchio and hired a carpenter to build that hip.
And how'd you get it in here?
I hired a dentist.
And I grow a foot every time I lie.
Now sit down, Tiny. I think you know what.
From William Joyce, The Guardians of Childhood, Jack Frost.
Jack Frost.
What's this?
I thought it'd be appropriate, Jack Frost. It has such a medieval ring to it. It looks like a freaking fairy. Like all our Frost's Tinias and Buttercups. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, you're beginning to frost me. Sit down. All right, I'm done with you two. Have your seats. Let's give them some applause because I'm not about to pay them. As you all know, Father Christmas is gone.
Oh, the poor little fat fella.
He was such a good man. Not that I ever got a thing from him, mind you.
Well, you're a literary device. It wouldn't have worked well for old Scrooge to see you sitting under that robe and Sunday dress. With your arms all wrapped around an easy bake oven now, would it?
I don't like you very much.
Poor Santa, will we ever see his funky red suit and his belly full of jelly again?
Actually, he's not a jelly belly, and his suit isn't always red. At least not that candy apple flannel thing you always see him painted as. And he follows a strict diet. The fat routine comes from this Clement C. Moore fellows whose characters I refuse to allow on this council just for that bit of scandal. It was so Fifth Avenue of him.
Guy is such a loser.
The real Father Christmas is slender, regal, dressed in a dignified, sophisticatedly red robe.
Wow. An education and a mystery all for one price? Y'all really are getting a real deal.
Well, what's happened to Mr. Scrooge?
Jack?
What? He was staring at me.
I'm freezing.
Nah, I kind of like him like that.
So, what do you think happened to OFC?
Some respect for my husband, if you please.
Okay, Father Christmas, Santa Claus, Saint Nick.
The spirit of Christmas.
Exactly.
God bless us, everyone.
Perhaps he just ran off to a hot bath, just taking a break.
352 days before Christmas?
Oh, he was kidnapped. Apparently by someone known to us all.
Oh, how delightful.
How horrid.
Well, delightful and exciting wordplay.
Have you any evidence of his kidnapping?
A ransom note, Mr. Scrooge. Make of it.
As a man of letters, I shall think I have a fair chance if we know the culprit of recognizing his hand. What's this?
No handwriting at all, I'm afraid.
It's made up of words cut out from a newspaper or magazine and things. Look here, Tim.
If you want to see Father Happy Holidays alive again, Father Happy Holidays?
It's awfully hard to find the word Christmas in a newspaper or a magazine these days.
May I go on?
Yeah, go ahead.
You will prepare 100 elves, the magic sleigh, 435 fruitcakes, and a list of all the bad children in the world to a place, the location of which I will tell you soon.
435 fruitcakes. Isn't that interesting? It's exactly the number of representatives Americans have in Congress.
We have him hidden away in Fargo, where you will never find him. If you do not turn over everything I demand, then I will not release him until January 8th.
Well, they won't even release him in time for Warcock's Christmas.
But at least they won't kill him.
No, they'll just kill Christmas.
P.S. I have also taken the reindeer, fell me, and I'll turn them into venison burgers.
They've got Sleepy, Dopey, Grumpy, Doc, and Bambi.
Venison burgers, I want.
Maybe you should just give them what they ask.
But without his sleigh and with 100 elves gone, that would just kill Christmas too. It's just horrible.
No matter what we do, we lose.
Under ordinary circumstances, I would say that's true. But with the right people, properly prepared, I think we can solve this crime. That's why I gathered each of you for your special skills and wisdom. Tiny Tim for his sweet humility and innocent charm. Scrooge, a man brilliant with numbers and newly generous in spirit and love.
Humbug. Hamburgers. Yes, I should really like to provide hamburgers this Christmas for the poor.
And you too, James and Della. Such powerful love and determination, a willingness to give anything to achieve your goal.
Anything. How about a man in blooming watch chain and the Silligoo has gone and sold it? A solid gold watch for a cheap Walmart comb.
It wasn't Walmart, and I shouldn't be so quick to talk about silly choices, miss a little off the top.
And finally, want. The poor needy symbol of all the world's oppressed, earnestly seeking for justice and reform.
I am quite pathetic, aren't I?
What about me, Mother Christmas?
Add the berry seed around and I needed a laugh.
But will even all of us be enough?
Ah, that is why I've got the most potent ingredient of all. Hold up. The milk of human kindness.
And where does this milk of human kindness come from, Mother Christmas?
Oh, well, I got it from the food line. Who isn't lactating that present, I'm afraid? I got it from the food line. I sweetened it with sugar and vanilla. Ooh, it's a little too warm, Jack.
Oh, here. Let me help you.
Thank you. Now, I consecrate you for your mission to save my husband and to save Christmas itself.
Whoa, I'm lactose intolerant. Hey,
It's okay, it's lactose intolerant. Oh. And don't forget the sugar.
get away from me.
Oh dear, what's wrong?
Oh, I've got it. Never mind.
Jack?
It's 3/4 past Christmas.
Oh, forget it. Away for refreshments, but be quick. We all know that time grows short. Away.
Tiny Tim, is he the culprit? Did he kidnap Father Christmas?
No humbug did.
What about Jack Frost? Mm-mm. Scrooge? Scrooge?
Yes.
Is Scrooge capable of kidnapping Father Christmas? You think? James and Della, purveyors of love, sacrificial love. She sold her hair. He sold his gold watch. Santa Claus? Did they steal Santa Claus? And then want. What's with want? Any ideas? Who do you think did it? You're not sure? Loretta? I'm just the announcer.
Did good.
Something very curious about this note.
What's that?
It's lettering. You would think the kidnapper would have used newspapers and magazines, but he didn't. The fool has employed one source only, books.
Books?
Yes, and not just any books. The fonts are old-time Roman, like we would have used in our days.
In our books.
Just what I was going to say, wasn't I? You know I was going to say it.
So what are you suggesting?
Father Christmas is a fellow grounded in fiction. It is only the magic of Christmas that makes him real, and so except for one magical second when he is standing beside every Christmas tree across the world, he can be touched by nothing but fictional elements. Thus, a fictional character must have kidnapped him for whatever nefarious purpose he might have had.
Amazing, I'm speechless.
I do doubt that.
It is my theory that whatever scoundrel committed this deed, a scoundrel who should have a stack of holly driven through his heart, he committed the act from within a Christmas book, left carelessly open, then made the ransom note from the leaves of his own book.
Brilliant.
Bravo.
We must search every Christmas story book we can find for cut out words and letters, even those upon the table. It'll be dull and boring work, which should fit you to perfectly.
Lovely, come along, dear.
All those books, I don't like to read Christmas stories. None of them are as good as ours.
They don't have to be read. Just skim through them and see which pages the words are cut out of.
Yes, don't think of them as Christmas stories. Think of them as mysteries full of holes.
Oh, you mean we get to read Twilight?
Come along, dear.
Be careful not to close the cover.
By 100 elves, a sleigh, bad boys, and fruitcakes. Why, would anyone want a miserable fruitcake? Every miserable fruitcake I get, bam, I shoot through closed windows.
How many do you get?
Bah, humbug.
He's trying.
I noticed that.
I mean, he's trying hard to reform.
How do you did all that reforming stuff at the end of the book?
Mostly, I mean, this ghost scared the bejeebers out of him, and he was really good for a couple of years, but his old habits do die hard. First, he catches himself kicking the occasional chimney sweeper, and then he takes a piece of candy from a baby. Just a little piece, and replaces it too with other candy, but he replaces it with inferior stuff. Step by step, he starts to slip as soon as he's talking about entering politics. Then he goes to get some Christmas future, drops a calling card, and Scrooge about flips. Turns himself to the MVGA.
MVGA.
Yeah, that means Victorian Guys Anonymous. So they hire me to watch over him, just to be his own Jiminy Cricket. I do my best, but I'm thinking some of his old ways are rubbing off on me.
Nonsense.
You're as pure as the driven snow.
Thanks, guys. Listen, I'll see if I can get them calmed down after I call my bookie. I'm going to see if Queen's Lady placed him in the fit.
Well, we get a big break. All we gotta do is wait and see what book gets snipped up. Then we have our man.
And if my suspicions is right, that book will lead us to one of the people right here. It's the reason I really brought him.
Oh yeah? What about the milk of human kindness?
Why do you think I got it from Food Line? It'd be just like Scrooge. I don't trust his rehabilitation. It'd be just like him to re-enter the rank of villains by ruining Christmas for everyone. The Grinch would eat his heart out. And Tiny Tim?
Well, Tiny's the nicest guy in literature. Well, second nicest.
Exactly. Do you notice the chip he has on his shoulder comes from being number 2? Every number 2 starts to feel like number 2, if you know what I mean. What might he do if number 1 Father Christmas out the way? He might even try delivering presents himself.
Makes sense. What about Tweedledum and Tweedledee?
Those 2. Those 2. Have you read that book?
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 are so sweet. There's got to be something wrong.
Definitely.
What about that kid? Yeah, I don't know where she came from. Someone left the book open, out she came, and I can't wait to get this thing solved and get her back in the book. Well, maybe the books will tell. It's rare mysteries clear up so easily. We need to stay on our toes if my husband and Christmas are to be so.
What's eating you, kid?
That I'm not eating.
I'll have a seat.
I was was thinking about Mr. Scrooge and the fruitcakes.
But he never gets any. It's pretty sad.
No, what he'd do if he had any. He would throw them through windows.
Well, he's had a bad day. I think he got a couple paper cuts coming out of them books.
Do you get fruitcakes?
One of the most beloved characters in literature. Yeah, I get 200 a year.
That's over 33,000 fruitcakes. What did you do with them?
Used them for bricks, made some icing for mortar, and I built a whole estate. Sometimes me and my dad Bob, he is the builder. We sit in front of the fire and reminisce over the old times.
Aren't you afraid your house will rot?
Nah, fruitcakes last forever. Give one away 100 times, no one will ever notice. Do you ever get fruitcakes?
I'm one.
All right. So what would you do if you got one?
Eat it? Whoever wrote that ransom note is a bad person.
Yeah, anybody who kidnapped Christmas.
Even better than that, I think whoever it is wants to rule the whole world.
The whole world, huh?
He's got the reindeer, he wants the sleigh, instant transportation anywhere in the world.
Just one day out of the year.
And what's with the 100 elves?
Tell me.
They're a perfect slave labor force without even going to China. And since they're magic, they can make anything.
Weapons of mass destruction.
So much for Christmas Mass, and with a list of all the bad children in the world, think of the huge army.
Army of tattlers and cheaters and bullies. Who'd dare fight them?
I just can't figure the fruitcakes.
He wants to use them as prototype bombs.
Think if the elves were forced to make them with fuses.
Pieces of candy fruit splattered everywhere. The arm of freaking Geddon. How'd you figure all this out?
It's all about acceptance and power. It's what I want! But I can never have it.
Me too, and I plan to stay that way.
Where are you going?
Warn Mother Christmas about this evil plot. Sugar sweet.
The time for saving my husband and Christmas grows desperately short.
Indeed it does.
And what have we learned, Henry?
It's James.
Whatever.
Well, Della and I, we went through
Every fictional book on Christmas ever written. The Night Before Christmas, The Gift of the Magi, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Wally the Purple-Nosed Christmas Seal, The Polar Express, that one cost me my train of thought. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, The Nutcracker, The Little Match Girl, she reminded me a lot of You Want. Bernstein Bunny, Frosty the Snowman, who was picked up, I do understand, for dealing not 2 weeks after the story ended.
And
all of them were clear but 3.
Who's telling the story here?
Well, I thought I was.
Not very well, I think. Anyhow, all of them were clear but 3. A Christmas Carol, Gift of the Magi, and Tiny Tot's Book of Christmas Stories featuring Jack Frost.
I rather think melodramatic organ music would be in place here right now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you.
so it was one of you, one of my most trusted helpers.
Who, Ma?
Shut up and confess, and whoever does, I shall be merciful to use a sharp stake of holly.
Thanks for the idea, Ebenezer.
It was the Dickens who made me do it.
Guilty party, raise your hand. Then I shall have to resort to the law. Oh, you, look at me. You, look at me.
It wasn't me.
For heaven's sake, get it.
Have mercy on me, Marley.
Pathetic.
God help us, everyone.
Jack. Jackie Nimble, Jackie Quick.
Jack to put frosting on the candlestick. But as for Santa,
And you wonder why it's soup.
it's beckoning.
You want a bit of something in your teeth.
This is getting nowhere.
Perhaps if we approach this through the motive, we'll find a confession.
Oh, the taking over the world thing?
Certainly. Who among these characters might actually want to rule the world? Not Henry and Bella.
I told you it was James and Della.
Certainly not a starving, innocent child. And I have no use for it. I have no use for it. I get to kill the world every year with winter. That just leaves Scrooge and tiny chip on my shoulder, Tim.
Fiddlesticks.
And I'm too precious to do that.
Calm down, you two. The theory doesn't work. Exploding fruitcakes, sleigh bells, bad little children. How much harm can be done in one magical moment?
In that one magical moment of Christmas, at that one magical moment, he disguises himself as Father Christmas and visits only the bad children's home. He drops coal beneath the tree, and he sneaks into the little children's rooms. Holding the little cretins at fruitcake point, he forces them up the chimney and takes them all to the North Pole, where he brainwashes them for 6 years.
Well, why 6?
Because that's what came up on his magic 8-ball. Then on the 7th Christmas Eve, he returns them all with elf guns and elf bombs, places them anywhere he wants, and they take over the world. Oh, I'm all right now. 1.
When we go back to the book, is she going to?
I'm afraid so.
Couldn't I apply for a transfer to Moby Dick?
But how will we go about getting all the Jewish children?
He'll disguise himself as Rabbi Honda.
And all the Muslim children?
Oh, I know. He'd be rubbing on Daddy.
Are there any insane asylums in the gift of the Magi?
What about these two?
What about us two? We're loving and giving.
Oh, I'm always giving.
What's that supposed to mean?
That they could have done it.
Why would they want to rule the world?
1.
Maybe they do or maybe they don't. As to the fruitcakes, maybe they like fruitcakes.
Oh, I love it. I eat it all the time.
James.
And Della, too. Oh, she eats 3 or 4 at a setting. Look at her, and she doesn't gain a pound.
There you have it. She doesn't gain a pound. I tell you, there's more of grave than gravy about you, whatever you are.
It's all right, Scrooge.
I have no idea where that come from.
Just a tiny slip.
I try to be good, Tim, really, I do.
Everyone has a bad moment now and then, Ebenezer.
It's so hard to be from Dickens.
1. Have you seen my brother Ignorance? He's quite obnoxious, but he has the funniest tattoo on his forehead. It says doom and gloom in big circus-like letters.
Have you no resource or refuge?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
Woe is me, I'm a doomed man.
Aren't you going to go with him?
This time I'm just going to watch.
Well, we've explained why they'd want so much fruitcake, but what about the elves?
Lots of elves make material possessions for people who want to sell their hair and their watches just to buy gifts.
And the sleigh?
To use as a servant.
What?
Everyone dreams of having a couple personal runners. Huh?
Perhaps we can find more inspiration from the milk of human kindness. What's that? There's something in it.
A bug?
No, a note.
Give me that.
Do we have to go through more books?
No, this one was handwritten.
A left-handed script by someone who was right-handed. Clever. What do you say? Tim? Tim?
Oh, I froze his ass. Nonsense.
Well, unfreeze it.
You ever said cold hands, warm heart?
Put a mitten in it.
Who cares how it's written?
What does it say?
See, you're narrowing suspects down. Good for you, bad for Father Christmas. I see you're narrowing suspects down. Good for you, bad for Father Christmas. But you are out of time. You must make your choice. Elves, sleigh, fruitcakes, and lists by North Pole in plain brown trunk in 1/2 hour, or no Santa for Christmas. P.S. Since I've cut the time down a bit, I will settle for 432 fruitcakes and 98 elves, allowing 2 for some fast baking.
The villain doesn't even wish us. Have a nice day.
He does dot his I's with smiley faces, though.
It's all over. I've got to set the elves to do working and do a lottery. Where's the candy fruits?
In the candy cane cupboard.
There's nothing there but red and white paint.
Oh, it's behind the red and white paint. Throw those down.
Thank you.
Are you really gonna give in?
I don't plan to, but we must prepare for all contingencies. I cannot lose Father Christmas.
But you lose Christmas either way. At least if you hold back the ransom, it's only for a year.
You fool. If Father Christmas misses it this year, the magical link is broken, and all your stories will be meaningless. I tell you, meaningless. Trivial footnotes and some dusty old tome written by fat old professors in Oxford in the Department of Ancient who gives a fart literature.
Tina thought she was so opposed to education.
Well, think of it. With or without the ransom, all of us could be without a purpose.
Humbugs.
Humbugs everywhere.
Thank God there's still a Rabbi Hanukkah.
And me, I'm seasonal. Not necessarily Christmas, just like.
Yeah, Jack Frost as a jester lighting the Hanukkah candles with his frosty Zippo. That'll work. What, I can't smoke?
I don't want.
Well, in any case, if we don't figure this out, and quickly, we'll all be history.
One for all.
And
All for one.
Oh, nuts.
Any new ideas out here? Any new suspects? Anybody looking more suspicious than somebody else? What do you think?
Jack Frost.
It's Jack Frost? Jack Frost? Who said that? What about this side of the room? Who do you think it is?
Dylan and
Della and Henry?
Henry, whatever.
Stay tuned. If anyone needs to go, now would be a good time. If you want to grab a drink real fast or something, we've just taken a short break.
Okay, here's mommy then.
Really? I'm very confused.
How's that, dear?
Can we truly be history?
You see?
Hey, it looks that way.
But I mean, can we really? I mean, history is that which was actually happened in the past.
Yes.
And fiction is that which never happened at all.
And?
We're fiction.
Technically, I might be mythology.
same difference. And as such, we never happen, so that which never has happened found themselves in a spot where they happened in the past, while at the same time never happening at all.
Oh.
You froze my wife.
Finding it easier and easier.
You froze my wife.
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it? Watch for you?
Thank you.
Yeah, consider it an early Christmas present.
Oh, good. I'm getting rather tired of watch chains.
Really? All you get is watch chains?
It's in the book, and you can't really stray from that, can you? The story ran in 1905. That's 117 chains and growing. What can you do with all those chains, especially when you haven't got a watch? I use them as leashes to walk the mice at the apartment once or twice. And if you tie them all together, they make a rather sparkly garland for the tree.
Sounds nice.
You should come see sometime.
Yeah, I could give your whole tree a nice frosty touch.
Lovely.
And what does she do with the 117 combs?
Oh, she never parts with them, that's for sure. Why did you go and do that?
Revenge. You know, free little joke, my man.
Do y'all feel a little bit of a chill in here?
Curious how the words were cut out of all of our stories.
Yes, it is.
As if the kidnapper was trying to draw attention to all of us.
Curious indeed.
And how did he get us out of his book to clip everyone else's?
Well, one book had apparently been left open for some time.
Yes, A Christmas Carol.
Oh, ours was too. It's how we got here before the council started.
So, if the kidnapper came out early, that eliminates me and leaves only one, you and Scrooge. Oh, and Tiny Tim. And you.
Thanks a lot, Blabbermouth.
Well, I've got nothing to hide.
You know what? I'll take this out of your hide.
And you'll do that how? Bludgeon me with your box of combs?
Walmart combs.
They were not. They're all tortoiseshell. Read the book.
I read the combs, and it's strange how every tortoise came from Taiwan.
Of course, there's one who came with an open book without even being invited.
That looks awfully good. Could I have a nibble? Just a nibble. No, I can't. I really can't. I'm watching my waist. My wasted waist. One.
There you are, little one.
No, Scrooge.
Letter, old Ebenezer has something for you.
Ooh!
Let her have it.
I can't.
What is your problem, Tiny Tim? You said needed to act on goodness. And I'm doing it.
But not the lollipop.
Why not?
Because it's not healthy.
Don't give it to her.
What is... Why not?
Because it's not healthy.
What?
What I should offer her sugar broccoli,
Ooh, I want that too.
collards and cream, a bit of spinach stuffed with liver.
Ooh, what?
He's right, Scrooge.
Bah, humbug.
You cannot give her a lollipop.
Let her pass, Tiny Tim, or I'll take that hit and throw you in the poorhouse.
Can't throw me in the poorhouse. I have a fruitcake castle.
I think I'm living in one. Don't give it to her, Scrooge.
Why not?
Because she's an archetype.
There, little what is... Oh. There, little one, isn't it yummy?
Don't you understand? work on me, booby. I'm Jack Frost.
What are you being so Scrooge's?
I'm not. I'm saving her life.
How?
She's an archetype,
You said that.
a symbol.
I know that.
She is one. Half the symbol is ignorance and needed all across the world. But if you give her what she wants no more.
What?
Have is not part of the book, and so have never existed. Want becomes history. And I and I don't want to go to that again.
But isn't it good if she becomes Have?
But not until the book is done. If have is not in the book, she cannot exist. Only want.
But the whole point of the book is that I create Have. Page 32. Page 32. But not until.
Oh, but not until the book is done. I already said that. If have is not in the book, it cannot exist. Only want.
How unspeakably sad.
Technically, you just spoke of it.
Well, give me the lollipop. I'll see if Mother Christmas wants a lick.
He tastes like a lollipop.
The baby he took it from seemed very pleased with it.
I'm going to unfreeze you now. And then we're going to talk. All right?
She's frozen. We're going to unfreeze her.
I wish you had given me the lollipop.
Didn't you understand anything we just said?
Yes, I can't eat it, but I could have licked it and stuck it to Christmas present's hairy leg when I went back under the robe with Ignorance. It would have been fun when we ripped it off again. And Ignorance could have eaten it.
He can eat, can he?
All he wants, he just cannot be learned.
So where did you come from?
The mind of Dickens.
You're supposed to be pathetic, so don't be cute.
I came from the open book.
How did you open it?
Well, what makes you think I did?
Who opened it then?
I was inside the book when it happened. I don't know.
Who ushered you out?
No one. I won, and so I came.
A little girl who wants everything but never have any of it? Bitter revenge is a pretty good motive.
I haven't a dark thought in my body.
You are dark thought in anybody. And you're sneaky. You're smart.
I've talked to the elves.
What?
They're not very happy about any lottery to see who goes to the kidnapper.
We won't let it get that far.
I should think not, and they just want to make their toys and build a sleigh. And I think they know where Father Christmas is.
Do they?
You do too.
Oh, really?
You've been at the North Pole.
Never. What makes you think so?
How else do you know the place so well?
Girl, I downloaded the maps.
Oh, is there internet in that story? Copyright 1922.
Well, there's 1,000 Jack Frost stories.
Well, when I mention you to the elves, they giggle and laugh.
Jack Frost is a funny fellow.
Did you kidnap Father Christmas?
Don't be ridiculous. No.
I believe you. You're a second-rate fairy figure. You could never do anything on your own, but I'll bet you're a Frosty Pine henchman.
You don't know enough to be correct, little girl, but you know more than you should.
And where are you going?
I'm going to get Mother Christmas and have her ship you back where you came from.
Then go away.
If that's what you think, I see it now. You're a scheming little thing. You're as guilty as a guilty gets, trying to pin it all on me.
Oh, you're rhyming.
Oh, it's a stupid suit. Maybe I will go.
Yeah, you'll go.
No, I'll stay here. Maybe keep a close eye on you.
No, you'll go.
What makes you think so?
Because I won.
Whatever.
inside, Jack Frost.
Where did my chamberlain go? Still sober, I hope. Come wrap us into session. Yeah, you.
Are you still sober?
You've got to be official. Hear he, hear he. This emergency council is now in session. This emergency council is now in session.
This emergency council is now in session.
Thank you. I'll have the elves bake you an extra fruit cake. I'm too tired to applaud. Get out here. Get out here. We have reached the point of decision. Where's Jack Frost? Good heavens, girl, what in the world did you do to Jack's book?
The binding was bad, so I tied it up.
Give me that book.
He disappeared when I closed the book.
All this because he wouldn't give you the lollipop?
No one can untie the strings of one. They're archetypes.
Give me that.
Creepy little thing.
I'll get with you later, one. We've little time. I've got to polish the sleigh, put the list on a flash drive, and prepare the fruitcakes. And even as we speak, we're boxing up the elves.
You're giving in.
I think we've got the guilty party.
I want my husband.
Well, what about Christmas?
We can't have it without him.
You can't have it without the magic slide.
Well, the elves to make all them presents.
Oh, they can have party favors when they start to run low. We've plenty of those, and we'll dismantle Tiny's little castle for the rest.
I can see it now. We've run Ella Mountain Barbies and Little Wendy's, but have a fruitcake. Ho, 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 ho.
As to transportation, there's a snowmobile in the shed.
Snowmobiles don't fly.
Then I'll open the Peter Pan book and sprinkle some fairy dust. I just want my husband.
And you shall have him.
Father Christmas. Father Christmas.
Father Christmas.
Poppy, how did you escape?
Nice tutu. The SES. The Secret Elf Service.
Well, if I'd known, I would have used them instead of these.
Well, then it would have been the Secret Elf Service. Oh, that's too long an acronym to remember. They cut me loose with magic thread. They got the idea from a Tim Allen movie. They kept me in a jail of all places, guarded by a pregnant sheriff with a funny accent, whose husband kept whining about duck stamps. It was very strange. The elves cut the bars, and I found a chimney and put my finger upside my nose, and up the chimney I rose. And then I landed in the North Pole. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Oh, I love that song.
So Christmas is saved.
But who kidnapped you?
I never saw. I was butted by a reindeer, and they took me from behind.
Then you don't know.
I don't, but I suspect. And I will know for certain with this.
But we all tried that. It did not work.
You can't sprinkle it. You must drink it.
I don't think so. Jack Frost blew that up and probably scalded it.
It doesn't do any good if you just sprinkle it on people. You have to drink it. And under its influence, no one who partakes can tell a lie.
And there was a note floating in it.
And I think I saw a bug.
Besides, it's really just milk from food line. with a little sugar and vanilla. It's not even that good since I got it from the bargain shelf.
No. This is the real thing. I switched it out when I was here before as Jack Frost.
You were Jack Frost.
And I closed you up in a book?
I need to thank you for that, little want. You see, I've been free for some hours now, and I couldn't show myself before the culprits found out. I could have been kidnapped again.
And you wouldn't even show yourself to me.
Not even to you, Mother. You see, I've seen what a poor actress you are. And the SES told me you were calling a council and who it was with. So I laid my finger aside my nose, and off to little Jack Frost I goes. Once I had my answer, I no longer needed to be Jack, and Juan was kind enough to send me back so I could return his wand and sound him out for thoughts on what had happened.
But how could you go back if it wasn't your book?
Oh, I made a cameo in that one, Juan. Page 23.
So you know who it is?
Almost beyond a certainty.
Then who?
Ah, Christmas is not a time for accusations, but confession. Drink.
Oh my goodness, why do I feel like a pretty pink pony wearing a tiara dancing around a fat fluffy cloud?
You frightened me, Della.
I didn't do it.
Scrooge, drink.
I'm as light as a feather, happy as an angel, and merry as a schoolboy. I'm giggly as a drunken man. Hello there. Woo, hello.
Why am I all of a sudden thinking about Tom Cruise?
Did you do it?
Curses, Dickens.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't do it.
What?
Mother, a drink, please.
Very nice. Rather like a virgin mint jewel, don't you think? Yes, I committed the crime.
Yes, sweetheart. You did.
You kidnapped your own husband? God bless us, everyone.
And why were you accusing me?
I had to do something to get you angry enough to send me back to Jack.
Well, how did you know that it was Mother Christmas?
Well, you and Della do tend to be sickeningly sweet, but it's real, not an act. And I'm afraid you're not quite up to the caliber to kidnap a fellow like me. Besides, how would you the wherewithal to get me to Fargo? Want, indeed, may want. But she can't get anything she wants, and that's the whole point. Now, Scrooge, he seemed too intent on solving things to be the culprit himself. And his reform, if shaky, is real. And Tiny, well, he's too glued to Scrooge to do any good. Now, Mother, she seemed a little too cool and calculated to me, if you get my gist. She as much as admitted she's inventing suspects by choosing each of you as possible fall guys. And then, that last note. She began reciting it before she'd actually begun to read it, as if she'd been the one who had written it.
I don't care. I was just so worn out with Christmas. You all think you all had it bad in 1805 to 19 whatever. I've been doing this ever since Father Christmas been throwing bags of money down little girls' chimneys for in the year like 325.
Take notes. There will be a test.
And playing second fiddle all the time. Do I ever get credit? No. Just so some old fatsy old lady holding plates of cookies wearing that ridiculous grandmotherly smile. I'm exhausted and so tired of being number two. And Father, you are too. Look at you. Look at the bags under your eyes.
But Mama, the children.
Oh, shut up. Oh, yeah, and don't you start. I was the style bride dancer. And gave him a bump, bought the reindeer all the week in Vegas, and shipped you off to Fargo.
Oh,
So you summoned us just to invent suspects?
I was desperate. And as Poppy said, I had to look worried, like I was trying to do something. So I picked out the characters that I thought would be too goofy to get the thing solved, and wrote a ransom book using your books. Then I ordered the council and had you all called. All of you but one. Where she came from, I don't know.
no, I let her out as soon as I got back. I knew the little Dickens would throw a wrench in the works and slow the kidnapper down.
Give me that.
But what about the ransom?
Oh, there wasn't any rhyme or reason. I just wrote whatever came to mind. I just could have easily ended up demanding Cokie.
Cokie?
Cokie, my polar bear.
I hadn't planned to pay it. I knew this might end Christmas, but it was a chance I was willing to take because I was tired.
But you told us you weren't giving in.
I know. The little girl brought up the whole ruin the world thing, and it sounded so good. I thought I might give it a whirl. Come here, too. Oh, eggnog? No, ain't even any rum in it.
Give me a break, I'm in recovery.
Well, anyway, I'm sorry, Sugar Cookie.
Oh, well, it's all right, Mom. You were overwrought.
But she almost ruined.
Spirit of Christmas, it's time to forgive. Here, Mother.
Oh, sorry, just
Here, Mother. Guess what I have for you? Not that pocket. This pocket. The keys to the sleigh.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
So what about us?
Back to your books, each of you. But for you, James, a parting gift, despite the fact that you like the tutu.
A pocket watch.
A gold.
Thank you.
You're welcome. A gold watch.
Thank you. Thank you, Father.
Father Christmas. And Della.
Oh my goodness.
Your hair.
My hair. I can feel it. My hair's growing back. Oh, darling, I can finally use the comb that you bought for me.
Sorry they were all from Taiwan.
Oh, I'm sure it was just mating season for tortoises there.
And to Ebenezer,
Just for tortoises.
the ever-flowing milk of human kindness. For whenever you may feel down, not a drop of Dickinson in it.
Thank you, Father Christmas.
And me, Father Christmas?
And you, oh,
What's this? I don't feel wood inside. My hip joints are real and healthy. They're really mine. I can leap. I can jump. Wait a minute. Where's the wood ones go?
I gave him back to Pinocchio.
Where's my refund?
I won.
Oh, Juan.
Must I want everything forever?
And what am I to give to a little girl who, if she gets anything, will cease to exist?
Must I want everything forever?
I'm afraid so.
Everything?
Everything, as long as stories exist.
Father Christmas, even the most bedraggled of us all shouldn't want for love.
And Merry Christmas to all!
And
all a good
night.
Ladies and gentlemen, playing Father Christmas, Bob Henry Baber. Playing Tiny Kid,
That skirt, I like it.
Derek Beaver. finally, Mother Christmas, Amy Wrigley. And finally, Scrooge, J.W. Shortridge. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you enjoyed it.
Good job, Scrooge. That was fantastic.